congratulations. How's the old heart rate? You feeling all right?
After walking up 10 steps, that shows you how unfit I am. Yeah, it's a bit better. It wasn't straightforward. Thought Falkirk were a credit to themselves. Because there's a few problems in their diamond, we knew that. Had to narrow off our midfielders a little bit to help out. We were ruthless in the first half, but never played well. Found ourselves 2-0 up. And I just said, this is 2-0 or 3-4. So that's what our aim is. Don't let them get the next goal. I thought we were better second half. I really thought we believed, and with 20 minutes to go I probably knew the game was won. Liked the third goal going in, but I liked more. But Falkirk deserved something out of the game. They deserved a goal. They didn't deserve something out of the game. They deserved a goal. But I thought we managed it really well in the second half.
You know what I'm going to ask you?
You got in first.
VAR free.
I never know what you're going to answer. Yeah, it was. I saw it, and I don't like the handball rule.
Here it is, here if you need to see it
I
again.
did see it. I went over to my analyst and had a look at it. I mean, he smashed it for about a yard. What you might me to do? I'll take it, and I did take it, and I turned away and I played.
You can watch
and
it,
went
couldn't
in. But what you meant to do with that?
So you're basically telling us if that was roles reversed,
I wouldn't want
you
a penalty
wouldn't-
against me.
but you wouldn't be happy. You'd be furious naturally because you think from a yard away there's not an awful lot a defender can do.
It's not, but it's the referees are quite right to say that it's a rule. It's how the rules are interpreted, isn't it? That's the problem here. I would love them just to maybe stick to offsides and goal line technology
yeah.
and not get involved sometimes with handballs and tackles, because I think there's a few that are getting wrong.
Do you not think it's like common sense sometimes? As an ex-defender, all ex-pros here, like, it's difficult, as you're saying, he smashed it from a yard. Like, what are you actually supposed to do?
I don't know. I'd be claiming for it as a striker, you'd be
Exactly,
as a
aye.
defender.
Yeah.
But there isn't much you can do. And do you know what? I don't blame the refs here today. It's the rules that's the problem.
Yeah.
And they're going by the letter of the law. But they need to have a look at it and maybe adjust maybe the wording at some point.
It helped to set your side though. In that first, that helped to settle the side.
Did. We didn't start well, Mikey. The times we did pass it in the first half, which was maybe 5 or 6 times,
Looked
I thought,
dangerous.
yes, that's where I was with my team. But I'm telling them, pass the ball better and give width and get switches of playing, because they're narrow. But we didn't really do it when we did. I've got to say I used the word ruthless because we're finishing, and we could have had maybe 1 or 2 more for very little chances. Falkirk, great chances, missed a big one. So they had a big part to play in the semi-final. But I thought we were really good second half and ran out comfortable winners.
Yeah, and Billy Mackay, we have to ask you about him as well. He got 2 on the day. He's now up to 100 goals for Inverness, Caledonian Thistle, and you know he just continues to deliver for you, doesn't he, on the big occasion?
He does, Emma. It's some feat. Billy has really come onto a game over the last 3 months. I asked him to be more all action, because I felt as if he was drifting out of games, maybe in it for half an hour, get his goal, and that's him happy. And he's responded to it, and he has been a credit to himself. His fitness levels for a mid-30s player is incredible, and you can see today he's always been a finisher. You never take that away. Although I was turning away from the penalty, I wasn't that worried. And you see his second finish.
I just think the recurrent theme, Dodgy, from where I was watching the game was cross the ball as early as possible. Now Billy Mackay wants that as a striker, and you would have wanted that as a striker. You don't want someone taking 3, 4, 5 touches, because it gives defenders a chance to get set.
That's it.
And you look at the number of crosses your boys put in this afternoon, and Billy's second goal was absolutely sublime, because he makes it run, because he knows the ball's coming.
You're on the money, because I thrived in crosses. I had no pace, and I just asked my wingers, whether it's Nathan Shaw out wide, whether it's Dan Mackay, whether it's Aaron Doran, whether it's Jay Henderson, who is just a wicked deliverer of the ball. When you get in those positions, just deliver, ask the question, and that's all I said to him. That was my video yesterday morning to the players. Just get crosses in against this team. And there you go, early cross from Dan, a great finish.
Really clever with his movement. Like, he sees the number of the defender, and then he goes and then he spins out. It's a wonderful finish.
It is. It's a hard one, as you know, as a defender to see where he is, open the shoulder up and see him. By that time he's gone, and then when he gets there, I knew he would score.
You must look at your side, and that I was talking before the game when you left, middle to front. You can go and hurt any side, really.
I don't want to be blasé. I think we've proven that, Michael, against Livingston, who were playing well in the Premier League at the time. Then we had to beat Kelly, who are a Premiership team, and you know they're a good team. You see the result last week. We had to go and beat them. So although we were knocked out with Queen's Park, as I said to you pre-match, that was a tight game. So we deserve to be here, and I know what my team can do, and it's not surprising that we won. I would have liked it I would have liked it to have been more comfortable, but we won, and that's the main thing. Get to the final. That's what semis are about.
And the reward now is a place in the final against either Rangers or Celtic. It's going to be a brilliant occasion for the club as well. Do you now park that to go back to the league duty, or do you use that as a carrot?
We'd be mad not to. We've got Ayr United on Friday. It's so important to us. And we'll see what the results are today in the Championship, and then if we beat Ayr, we'll be in the playoffs, which is from where we've come from with this group of players to having practically no players. And I mean no players. You build your squad to have 3 or 4 injuries, not 10, and regulars. To where we've come from to where we are now has been an incredible achievement with this group of boys, and they're growing.
And the footballing side aside, Billy, financially, what this means, between $1 million to $1.5 million in the bank, and obviously that lure potentially of European football, you don't know what will happen on June the 3rd.
Well, we'll go with the finance first, will we? Listen, my chairman and my directors, they're never slow to let me know about what financially it brings to the club. So I know it was huge. That's where the extra pressure did come from, because we know it's a brilliant opportunity. And drawing Falkirk, no disrespect to them, brought that wee bit more pressure, because, and they were the same, they're probably thinking this is an unbelievable chance to make over £1 million. And so I know the finance, and I'm not even thinking about the football just now.
Well, I hope you get a little slice of it, at least to spend and reinvest in that team.
So do I.
Congratulations, Billy. It's been a pleasure to see you here.
Cheers.
Well done, and we'll see you back
Cheers.
here.